funny you had mentioned you'd read and didn't understand The Man in the High Castle, and I agree. It's a very incomprehensible book. It's easy when someone explains it to you, you understand it, but reading it, it doesn't make any sense. And I guess that somebody made it into a series, somebody like Netflix or somebody like that, one of those weird streaming series. Have a good day. Bye. Am I the only one who doesn't get about half bullseyes? I can't figure out that thing of the Mara sisters. Is it a compliment or an insult or what? Bye. Hey, it's Tom. Call me if you can. I have some interesting news. Bye-bye. Hey, it's Tom. How are you? I got my first eye done the other day, the cataract surgery, and I'm afraid the surgery was a complete failure because I've looked in the mirror today and I'm fat and old, so it's got to be a mistake. Bye. I had my left eye done, and I'm very happy. It's night and day. Bye. My left eye went fine. My right eye, not so much. I still have an eye, and it works, but they couldn't operate on it because the nurse was looking at me strangely and kept checking my blood pressure and holding my hand and telling me she was worried I was going to stroke out. So I went over to the hospital. They said, "No, you're fine. Go home." Bye. It's weird. It's like, who's going to die next and make the cover of the Entertainment Weekly? It's like David Bowie a couple months ago. Now Prince. It's, anyway, have a good day. So I had this weird dream where I'm walking down this line of women, and this guy in this white lab coat goes, "You can sleep with any woman in the world, any woman you want to, right?" So I pass by Taylor Swift. I don't pick her. I pass by Jennifer Lawrence. I don't pick her. Then I come up on Kiernan Shipka, and I go, "What are you doing in this dream?" She goes, "I don't know. I'm too young." So I keep going, and I pick Heather Locklear and Morgan Fairchild. And we start having very enthusiastic sex. And I look at the wall, and there's more to it than that, because I got to tell you, you should call me back to the stream. Bye. If you get a chance to say hello to Larry, tell him congratulations. That's really something special. That's quite an achievement. Bye-bye now. You probably don't remember when I was talking earlier about why does everybody work with Max Martin. That's not his name. He was a Swedish guy. And why would somebody like Taylor Swift, who's supposed to be known as a good songwriter, let someone else essentially write the entire album? And The Atlantic had an article about it. It was pretty funny. I go like, "Oh my gosh, I said this exactly to Steve." Bye-bye. I've been discussing things with Larry recently, and I let slip that I didn't have a computer, and he sent me an old one of his, a nice Mac Pad, or what is it, an iMac? I don't know what the hell it's called. Bye. Hey, it's Tom. I was just calling to say how much I really look forward to reading your newsletter. And you somehow can keep it entertaining. Bye. Hey, it's Tom. I had a question about a treehouse of terror. Bye. I was reading an article about subcategories on Netflix. I don't know if you know about those. The secret Netflix categories list. And there are 76,000 of them. Also, where that programming came from, according to Entertainment Weekly, they spent $6 billion on programming last year. Bye. I don't know if you saw, you read Entertainment Weekly, I know you subscribe to it, but did you see the You Light Up My Life story? That was really strange. I don't remember that even happening. I remember something weird about it, but I don't remember all that detail. And I was talking to, what did he see? He saw some weird, like Jack McBrayer hosting a new edition of the Hollywood Squares, and he thought it was a bit. He thought he was watching a Saturday Night Live bit, but it was real. But I managed to get through to Larry. He called me back, and he said that he hadn't actually looked through that issue yet, and I told him about the blurb they had on the streaming page, and I read it to him, and he seemed rather pleased by it. People versus O.J. Simpson. Bye. While Maine is taking it on the chin and getting nor'easter after nor'easter snow dump, so it's about 60 degrees here. It's very nice. Bye. I said that Jeff Jeffers has died, and I know that God just needed a little more ugly in heaven. So he called him home. But I wanted to tell you my favorite Don Rickles story. Rickles had a hot date with a woman, right? And what the hell, it's too long. Bye. Hey, Steve, it's Tom. Just calling to say, hey, had a question about Jillian Barbary. Bye. Hey, Steve, I'm trying to think of a show from 1995 to 2005, maybe 8 o'clock on a Friday. It was an hour-long show. The woman with the spy, and she was a covert agent, but she didn't know it. She was run by a guy who felt guilty about the way he treated her. It might have been a mid-season replacement, and then it came back and just died after 3 episodes the next season. It was not any of the shows you're thinking of. It's not Dollhouse. It's not Alias. It's not anything I can think of. But I know I saw it. Bye. You know what my phone says? Mad Steve. Bye. If you get a chance to give me a call back, I'm up pretty late, and I want to talk to you about something. It's not about you. But I found on one of these weird websites I go to where it's hard to explain. Thank you. Hey, it's Tom. Molly Ringwald wrote a thoughtful article about John Hughes, and she was saying that, he really started her career, and I'm saying, I was trying to figure out who Molly Ringwald would be if you took those films out of her, the John Hughes films out of her oeuvre. Whose career would she have? And I thought of A.J. Langer. You should look at A.J. Langer, Wikipedia, and you see what she is today. It's really strange. Maybe I'd never read it before. Bye. I was right. The thing was called How to Succeed in Advertising. It starts out with a Mad Men parody. Then Homer kills a celebrity, and both the Johns, Slattery and Ham, walk in cartoon form and ask Homer to kill more celebrities because he's very good at it. And he ends up killing, surprisingly, Prince, who at that